All right, let's talk about crypto security, but forget what you think you know. We're not just talking about long passwords or antivirus software. No, this is about building a personal digital fortress to protect your assets. And today, we're going to show you exactly how to do it. You've probably heard this phrase a million times, but let it really sink in. In crypto, you are the bank. It's an incredible amount of freedom, right? But it also means you're the one in charge of security. There's no customer service line to call if something goes wrong. It all comes down to you. That's both empowering and honestly a little terrifying. And this is a big one. It really gets to the core of the problem. The actual blockchain technology, it's incredibly secure. So hackers don't waste their time trying to crack it. Instead, they go after the weakest link in the chain, us. They target our human nature, our trust, our fear, our greed. So today is all about fortifying ourselves against those kinds of attacks. So let's get a lay of the land. Welcome to the crypto battlefield. To really defend your stuff, you first have to know what you're up against. This isn't some passive environment. It's active, it's constantly changing, and being aware is your absolute best first line of defense. Just look at these categories. You'll notice a theme, right? None of this is about some super hacker breaking the code of Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's all about us. It's about simple human error, like misplacing your keys. It's malware on your laptop. It's choosing convenience over security, like, I don't know, storing your private key in your email. And of course, it's getting tricked by a scammer pretending to be tech support. The takeaway here is so important. Securing your crypto means securing yourself. Okay, so we understand the threats. Now, let's start building our defenses. And the absolute foundation of your entire security setup? That's your wallet. You got to think of it as the fortress walls that are going to protect your funds. Wallets pretty much come in two main flavors, hot and cold. Hot wallets are always connected to the internet. They're super convenient for day-to-day stuff, kind of like the cash you keep in your actual wallet, but because they're online, they are more vulnerable. Cold wallets, on the other hand, are totally offline. This is your vault. This is for your long-term savings. They are basically immune to online attacks, which makes them perfect for stashing the serious stuff. So, which one's for you? Well, this table breaks it down pretty clearly. For just messing around with small amounts, a hot wallet is fine. But for the holdings you really care about, you've got to have a hardware wallet. And then there are multi-sig wallets. Think of these like a bank vault that needs two different keys to open. It requires multiple approvals for a single transaction, so it's amazing for teams or for really high-value assets. The main thing is to match your wallet to your needs, but never, ever trade serious security for a little bit of convenience. Let me just put it this way. If you're even halfway serious about crypto, a hardware wallet is non-negotiable. It's a must-have. It's like having a tiny, indestructible vault in your desk drawer. Your private keys live on a secure little chip inside it that never, ever touches the internet. So even if your computer gets totally infected with malware, your funds are completely safe. It really is the best of both worlds. Top-tier security, and it's still pretty easy to use. All right, this next part, this might be the most important part of this whole conversation. You can have the best fortress in the world, but it means nothing if you leave the master key lying around. And in crypto, that master key is your seed phrase. So what is a seed phrase? It's just a list of 12 or 24 simple words. But don't let that fool you. This phrase is ridiculously powerful. With these words, anyone, and I mean anyone, can recreate your entire wallet on any device and drain it completely. It's more than a password, it's the keys to the kingdom. So let's be crystal clear about something. There are places you absolutely, positively never store your seed phrase. Not in an email draft. Not in Google Drive. And for the love of all that is holy, not as a screenshot on your phone. Any place that's connected to the internet is a target. I know it seems convenient, but this is how people lose everything. It's the #1 mistake. So what's the right way to do it? You go old school, physical, offline. Write it down on a piece of paper and lock it in a fireproof safe. Want to be even safer? Etch it onto a metal plate so it can survive a fire or a flood. The pro move is to have copies in more than one secure location. But the golden rule, the one you can't ever break, is keep it completely 100% offline. Okay, we've got our fortress and we've secured our master key. But security isn't just a thing you set up once and forget about. It's a habit. It's something you do. Think of it as putting on your armor every single day to protect you from the constant threats out there. And look, building these habits doesn't have to be some huge chore. Check out this simple routine.
Every day, just take an extra second to double-check a transaction before you sign it. Once a week, go through and clean up old app permissions and make sure your software is up to date. And then once a month, just do a quick test of your backup recovery process to make sure you know how it works. These little things, done consistently, they build a really powerful defense over time.
A huge part of your daily armor is just knowing the enemy's playbook. So let's ask the question, how do these scammers actually get you to hand over your assets? It all comes down to psychology. They'll pretend to be from tech support to help you. They'll create fake giveaways that look amazing, but they're always too good to be true. A really common tactic is creating urgency, making you feel like you have to act now so you don't have time to think straight. And of course, they build pixel-perfect fake websites to trick you. They prey on your trust, your excitement, and your fear. The best defense? Just slow down. Slow is secure. So now, let's pull all these different pieces together. You see, real crypto security isn't about finding one magic bullet. It's about creating a multi-layered defense system where every piece backs up the others to create a truly strong digital fortress. This is what that system looks like in practice. At the very center, you've got your hardware wallet. That's your vault. Then you add layers. You use strong two-factor authentication on every exchange account. You have a separate burner wallet with just a little bit of crypto in it for trying out new risky apps. You make it a habit to regularly revoke token approvals you're not using anymore. And you use tools that simulate a transaction so you can see exactly what you're signing before you sign it. See how it works? If one layer fails, you've got others ready to stop an attacker. So you've done all this. Your fortress is secure. But building it isn't a one-time job. You have to maintain it. Your setup might be perfect for you today. But what about tomorrow? What about the future? Have you thought about how your family might access these assets if you're not around to help them? Real crypto mastery goes beyond just keeping your funds safe right now. It's about thinking long-term and making sure what you've built can last. And that, my friends, is a whole other level of security to think about.